Claudio Silvaggi. Okay,
So,
it was too good to not share it with you too. So here we go. Claudio.
okay, so on January 12th, 2020, the scene on the Egyptian walls, we left that there. We talked about that. We left this on the Egyptian walls for us. The scene of the weighing of the heart happened on January 12th, 2020. Without getting into the details of it, because we got on video, that weighing of the heart, we're all upon the weighing of the heart right now. So everything you see to do with anything, I don't even like saying those labeling words because we're all one. All those non-loving gathering, I don't even say, I don't want to try to say those words because they don't exist in my world anymore, right? So anything that's non-loving and challenging us, we're upon the weighing of the heart right now. It's tax season. Where's your heart at? So that weighing of the heart happened on the Milky Way. Most astrologers missed it, God bless them, because they're off with they're not using the Egyptian walls to show them where they need to put their settings for astrology. So the whole world is being tested. So each individual god goddess is under the microscope. Well, where does that exist? Well, your muddy waters and these alignments. The sun is brighter. There's a halo around the sun. It's all in the artwork, right? It's the phoenix rising, but you're in jury. You're in judge and jury. It's self judge and jury because it's just a self prophecy system. These alignments come around and it's all how you behaved. So now it's the weighing of the heart. So everybody's under that weighing of the heart, and the light's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. So soon as we release all those muddy waters, now it's invigorating. All these alignments that come, it's like, wow, you just feel this love wrap around you. It's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, and this conversation actually stemmed from talking about the genders that people are getting confused by an extra box being added to the original options of male and female or man and woman. And now non binary seems to be a better option, but it's essentially like a parent putting out three options for dressing a child compared to the two that were offered before. It's really no more expansive outside of the constructs no longer being contained to two and now three.
Yeah. So like I said, it's part of the weighing of the heart. Where's your heart at on it? And anything that comes in front of you, where's your heart at? It's a test. I'm a transgender. I have both male and female in me. That's it. Everybody's the same. You can't have only one or the other. It's impossible. There is a beautiful polar opposite that comes in and out in that golden ratio proportion of perfection. It comes in and out at the same time. That whole sphere gets manifested at the same time. There is not one and another. So we're all transgender, every single one of us.
It's both.
It's both, but the masculine, the out is tied to the in, which is the feminine, pure love. So we are
So
both, yes,
we
100%.
all we have masculine and feminine qualities within us.
Not just qualities. Every atom in your body has masculine and feminine. Everyone.
Right.
Yeah. So we're so to this is like I said, this is just another thing that's happening all around us that's testing our heart. And when you see that everything is the illusion of duality, but it has polar opposites, yeah. And then in some people's chart, all of a sudden, they get shifted into more feminine energy and they want to change. It's in their chart to do it.
Is it necessary to identify with only one aspect of us, which are whole and complete, when we can see that we don't have to put a neat bow on us to say that we are one or the other when all of it is
Right.
in us?
Right. Hey, you, what's your name? How would you like to be addressed? Doesn't matter to me. We're the same.
until we chop things out.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I like being called brother. Doesn't matter what I have between my legs. I might not have nothing down there. How do you know? It's like, I might have both. It doesn't matter. I am both.
It's no one's business until it's made a business. And then it's the business of anonymous parties that have no business in our private business until they do.
And at the same time, as long as we respect and love one another and we pass the weighing of the heart, which is what's happening in the stars right now. The beautiful part is this: whoever doesn't get what, if like, I don't understand any of these things. Well, if, as long as your mind is clear, you won't have people approaching you with it. But if people's hearts need to be tested, they'll be tested every day with it.
Fascinating.
Because I'm not in any of those discussions. Why? Because we're all one. What are you guys talking about? So they don't come, it won't come in front of me. Because I've already tested my heart. I've already asked everybody for forgiveness in my whole world for all the past lives on if I'm for not being the loving man I should always been. So it all boils down to that same beautiful thing. We're the gods and goddesses, the chosen ones of our world.
So
And what are you going to allow in your world? One, unity.
yeah. So when we find that we are being faced with a challenge for the heart to
Yes.
rise above,
Yeah.
when there have been instances that less loving perspectives have been shared from good intent that may have been misdirected or tainted based on fecal matter within the waters of the inner realms, how do we rise above that, Claudio? Speaking as one who has water to clear.
We all do, right? We all do. We all do. But it's a nice, slow process. That's the beautiful part. And we're infinite, so it doesn't matter. We'll be back. When I get those coming to me, I immediately ask them for forgiveness. They're testing my heart. I've tested them before. They're mirroring me. So I'll ask them for forgiveness. And if it's coming in a post, how did that make it to me? Forgive me. Because it's made it, that image is still made it. So when you do this clearing, they get further and further away, and then they don't exist no more. So forgive me, anybody out there, for ever thinking you are not one, and we're all one. So forgive me. If we all do that, 100 monkey effect, boom.
Please forgive me also, anyone who I have offended unintentionally or intentionally, and know that I see things in a different way than I did before, and I love and value you regardless of how you identify.
Exactly. We forgive you. Thank you. We love you.
I love you too. I love you. Thank you. This, I feel, is the conversation where we become the bridges for one another to walk one another home to the heart center, which was always the intention. We just can only do as good as we have within us to be able to then do better when we discover better and find friends who can help us in the process of bridging gaps where we may have been the one that created a chasm.
Right. We pay, when something happens to us, we play victim role, but we need to play pebble thrower.
Talk about that.
Well, we're the cause. We're the cause of this effect, right? Same thing we've been talking about. People play victim, but it's really, when something happens to you, oh my God, look what happened to me. And then now you're looking for a resolve some way. It's like, well, no, switch from victim to perpetrator, to pebble thrower. Oh, Boy, what did I do to deserve that? Yes, exactly. You heard that expression, right? What did I do to deserve that? Hatfields and the McCoy boxing match gets back to that again, right? It's the same thing. We're the pebble throwers. So we play victim. Like, oh my God, look what happened to me. I just had these waves just hit my ankles. Where the hell did those come from? Right. And each one of those ripples on the waves could be a different year, different life, different moment. But we got to play Mary stepping on the snake and calm the waters.
For anyone not biblically versed, such as myself, can you elaborate on that?
All over the world, if you go up to a statue of Mary, and Mary is Isis on the Egyptian walls, okay, you'll see a woman who is standing there in her pureness, because she's the virgin, right? Because she is pure. She's not literal. That's what we're supposed to attain. Everyone, I don't care what gender we think we are. If you go up close to the statue, I've done it here in Windsor, close to Windsor, in out in the county, and I see Mary. So I walked up to the statue, and there she is, stepping on a snake with the moon at her feet. That just happened in November of this year. That alignment happens every 558 years after a phoenix rising. So Mary stepping on the snake, that's us stepping on those waves that we've created, making us not pure. So that's in every church around the world. And there's all kinds of symbology everywhere that aren't Mary stepping on the snake, but of that. But you'll see that everywhere. It's us. We left them that breadcrumb behind for us to remember. Hey, McFly, you're Mary. Step on the snake. You're a snake. Your waves. It's your pebble. And that event happened in the stars in November of last year.
So the snake is the ripple effect of consequences created by the cause of us.
Exactly. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. We all have different Babel words. That's why we can't, we think just different languages. No, we each have our own Babel. We're all gods and goddesses. We're just all trying to co-create together and learn the same language, right? We did it. We put on the Egyptian wall. We're going back to it.
Well, I'm grateful to be connected to
Stop
you
now. Yeah.
and share your babble in a way that others can relate to in a way that I can't. And I may be able to do the same for those who are connected to you, not resonating with the babble you speak, but may
Exactly.
do for me or others who we are connected to. So thank you for sharing this perspective. And I would just like to propose that if we actually see the word gender as the genre of drama we're performing,
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
it frames it in a different way than what we're used to, simply to say that gender and sex are said to be or used synonymously, but sex are simply the SECTS of sections of belief systems that keep us in our head and out of our heart.
Very well said. Very well said. Yes. Yep. Love it.
Loved what you shared also. So thank you, Claudio Silvaggi. Absolute pleasure and honor to be
Thank
having
you.
this second impromptu conversation that is still part of the first. You just get it in two parts. So now you're well versed. Would love to know what you have to say. Share a comment down below today and let us know what questions this evokes for you, what contributions you may be able to expand on. And if you're available, March 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a call about the summit we'll be at, as well as others who will have the pleasure and honor of co-creating in a conscious space, then you'll want to be on that call March 6th.
Awesome.
Awesome.